Well, I think they do, but I think on the other hand, there was this agreement to bring in Robin Denholm as the chairman. And the real question here is that window dressing? I mean, who is sort of Elon's boss, and how is this issue going to be addressed? I mean, it's one thing if it's a private company and he's able to engage consumers the way that he does, but it's a public company and there are rules.
I understand why people might be upset about this, but Jeff, I'll go to you on this. The stock is not reacting to this. Investors seem to just shirk this off at this point. Is this just par for the course when it comes to investing in Tesla? Maybe this isn't as big of a problem as everybody else wants to make it to be.
It's a bigger problem than the market even recognizes right now. But yesterday, the stock dropped 5%. On an otherwise good day. There's no logic for that.
We started today. In after-hours trading, once the news came out. And they were thin volume.
Right, and they were down 4% of them. So there was a response to that. But you're right that it wasn't a wholesale panic. Depending what the SEC does here, they could, right now, with a court order, remove him. He could certainly be barred from serving as an officer or a director. People have been barred for less than this. People we know, people who come on.
Wait a minute. I mean, the SEC wants him to be charged with contempt. But as I read the tweet, it hardly seems contemptuous, though maybe he really was. Well, let me finish my point here. He says Tesla made 0 cars in 2011, but will make around 500,000 in 2019. Then he corrects himself some hours later, meant to say annualized production rate at the end of 2019 would probably be around 500,000. Maybe it was just an honest sort of hiccup. Does it really rise to the level of the guy ought to be thrown out of the company, which is what I think I just heard you say?
I didn't suggest that they do that. The SEC, I said, has the option to do that. And if he continues to poke the bear as he has, he's begging them to do it by calling them, you know, these crazy names, as he's sort of been making fun of them as the SEC joking names. He's making fun of his old chair. As we just referred to her as Patricia Denholm, is that she'll have no oversight over him, making fun on, as he did on 60 Minutes, mocking the idea that he'll actually have any of his tweets reviewed, that he will decide when any get reviewed, and none have been, because he'll decide if they are material to the stock price, and he doesn't think they are. So in fact, the agreement with the SEC is being ignored. That's
the contemptuous behavior, not the tweet per se.
He also very cleverly outmaneuvered the SEC that rather naively suggested he add 2 new directors, not realizing who he was adding the brilliant Larry Ellison, who was the world's greatest defender of Steve Jobs and Mark Hurd when they were taken out of service. And he of course, is one of the biggest fans, almost to the point of being a religious cultist around Elon Musk, who, by the way, is brilliant. Maybe almost as brilliant as Larry Ellison. But so was, the Ken Olsen of Digital Equipment. So was Nikolai Tesla. So was Ann Wang of Wang Labs. These people became their own worst enemies. And that's what happens here. You get this monarchic mindset where they take down their own empire.